Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. Right, so this is the third round draw for the 20th edition of the Tapology Lucky Bastard Game. In the last round, there was 12 of you, and after a fairly merciful week last week from the wheel, we've still got 8 left in this round now. So I'm just going to quickly run through those names again, remind us who's still in it, who's battling on. And they are A, Captain Quebec, D. Collins 44, Costradamus, Damien Handel 420, Mason 0 or Mason O, uh, Hi Sumagamanov, apologies if I butchered that one, and the MMA historian. So that's the 8 battling it on into the third round. And for this third round, we have UFC Fight Night, Alex Perez versus Tatsuro Terra. It's an interesting fight for the flyweight division because he got one of the veterans of the division, Alex Perez, former title challenger, and he's had a few losses in recent times, but they've all been against sort of the top levels of the division, such as Pantoja and Figueiredo. But as for Tatsuro Terra, he's the new kid on the block, really, I suppose, isn't he? He's 15-0, undefeated, looking to stamp his mark, and I think he's going to do it. Because his last time, I suppose, in a way, we had a similar fight a little while back with Alex Perez versus Hamid Makayev, who again he's another prospect in that division, and Makayev got the win then, and that leads me to question it's how well Alex Perez is going to be able to fight off up and coming contenders, and Tatsuro Terra is going to be a obviously very hungry for this opportunity. It's a real opportunity to really break into uh, the rankings, well, the higher end of the rankings. So I haven't really checked the rankings, but he's got to be ranked somewhere, surely. I'd be surprised if he wasn't, but I think this is going to be the new bloods getting the win here, and I've got him to win by a fourth round submission. Um, as Perez has previously lost by submission in the past, and Tatsuro Terra certainly seems to prefer that method of finishing opponents. Anyway, you're not here to listen to me ramble about the main event or any of the other fights, really. I know but you're all here just to see who you're getting drawn with. Uh, so let's just get on with that, shall we? First up is A. Let's see who A gets drawn with. He gets Timmy Kawamba. Timmy Kawamba there for A. Kawamba. And so my notes are all a mess somewhere. I had to scribble off that Joshua Van Tagur Ulanbekov fight. So it's try and figure out what I've put down for him here. If I can even find his, I've got to prepare this shit better. And yeah, I've got him to win by decision win. Although having said that, that's a real 50-50 fight against Lucas Almeida. It's yeah, that's one of those. Quite simply, it's a close fight. Can go either way, really. It's I can see. For my pick anyway, I've got Timmy Kawamba getting the nod, but yeah, Luis Almeida. I suppose he's got slightly more fights, but slightly. Kawamba's in slightly better form as of late, so that's why I've gone with him. So all in all, a fairly decent pick to get started with, although it is not a guarantee. Captain Quebec up next. And he gets Jose Johnson. Jose Johnson, or is it Josie Johnson? I'm not really sure, but Johnson. And yeah, I've got his opponent Asu Alambayev there to win by decision. He's quite a heavy favourite as well, minus 400 last time I checked. Or was at the time I made these notes, and yeah, I think it's just going to be. I can see why really. It's just these. So it appears to be just a level above Mose Johnson at the moment. They've had a similar number of fights. I think actually Johnson's probably had more fights. But yeah, no, that's a fairly heavy favourite. He's up against that, right? I should say. That's not. He's Johnson here is obviously the underdog. So not a great pick overall for that for the wheel there. C. Collins 44 next to take on the wheel. And he gets Josh Quinlan. Josh Quinlan there for C. Collins 44. How do I spell Quinlan wrong? That's embarrassing. Right. And again, I've got his opponent, Adam Fugit, there to win by second round knockout. Fugit got a 9-4 record. Josh Quinlan 6-2. But having said that, Quinlan has previously fought on both LFA and Contender Series, and as far as especially as far as the regionals go, LFA is definitely one of the better promotions to be on board with. So he's got some pedigree there, hasn't he? But still think Adam Fugit's just a bit. I think he's just going to struggle to deal with Fugit's power, and that's going to be the deciding factor ultimately for me. So yeah, another not so great pick, I'm afraid. Costradamus is next take on the wheel. Let's see who he's going to be drawn with. And he gets Melquizael Costa. Melquizael Costa there for Costradamus. He's one of the ones I'm more confident in. Third round knockout is what I've picked for him. Up against his opponent, who I'm about to absolutely butcher the name of, Shayalan Naya Danbiake. That's I don't know. That is absolutely not how you pronounce that one. But so apologies to him and everyone in China, all 1 billion odd of you. Apologies for that. But what I'm not going to apologise for is my opinion is that Costa's going to knock him out. That's in the third round to be precise. Particularly because Shayalan lost his last fight by KO. It was a body shot, if I recall, and well, it's well, I suppose obviously if you're looking if you're from Costa or from his camp or in his it's got words jumbled up there, but if you're in his camp, that's what you're going to be looking at. That's the sort of thing you're going to be doing. You're going to spend most of the fight targeting the body, you'd have thought, and yeah, and then just sort of going after that, really, just sort of wear him down and then finish him later. Hence why I've gone for the third round. But that's quite a good pick for the purposes of this game. So that's I'd be quite happy if I was Costradamus. It's halfway through already. Damien Handel 420 to kick us off with the second half of this. Let's see who's going to be representing him. It will be Weston Wilson. Weston Wilson there for Damien Handel 420. Where is and yeah, I've got his opponent Checker Sarah Giff to win by first round knockout. having said that, a fight could go either way. I've just gone with Jekka Saragif simply because he's a very entertaining fighter. He's got sort of like right hooks, and so he won the one by spinning back fist as well, if I recall. And so he's certainly a very flashy fighter to watch. So there's a little bit of personal bias in that one as to why I've picked him. But having said that, Weston Wilson is much better on the ground. So if he can take Saragif to the ground, then it's could be over. So it's not one that I've picked, but he certainly has a very reasonable chance of winning, and he's got a clear way that he can win the fight. So that's better than some of them. You can say for some people. Mason O or Mason Zero, however you prefer to pronounce it, is be next to face the Wheel of Doom, and he gets Brady Highstand. Brady Highstand, therefore Mason O. And again, I've gone with his opponent. Got it, Harry Fields, and to win by decision. Again, there's not an awful lot into that, other than I just think that Iceland is the least experienced of them, as 7-2. Still got a lot to learn. Still a little bit green, in my opinion. So I think the experience is just going to make the difference in that one. But who knows? Maybe he'll come out, prove us all wrong, prove us why we shouldn't just write him off so easily. Or at least that's what Mason O is going to be hoping for. All right, down to the last two now. We've got Tai Sumagamanov. Again, apologies if I've butchered the pronunciation of your name there. But let's see who you're going to be drawn with. Let's see who's going to be in your corner. You get Shayelana Yudanbieke. Again, I know I've butchered that one. Apologies again to everyone in China and to Shayalan Nuerdanbie. I think that's a K I've put there. I know who I mean. Probably not spelled that right, but I know who I mean. Yeah, and as I've said with that one is before, I've got Costa to win by third round knockout, and again, just one of those sort of gradually wear him down over the course of the fight and finish him later on in the fight. This, in terms of the game, which makes it a little bit more interesting, is that it puts you up against Costradamus. So I think that's the first 1v1 we've got in this. So and no one's doubled up on any fighters yet. So I suppose that's going to be our main event, our Lucky Bastard Game main event for this round. Depending, of course, who our last person gets drawn with. The MMA historian, see if he gets drawn with another fighter we've already come across, or the opponent of a fighter we've already come across. But yeah, you've got Kostradamus and Tyson Magamanov there, and I can see Kostradamus getting the better of that one, if I'm being honest. But you never know. Stranger things have happened in this sport. Now move on to the MMA historian, the final one of this round. See who's going to be flying the flag for the MMA historian tomorrow night. Got another new one there, Carly Judice. Carly Judice there for the MMA historian. And yeah, let's see wherever. Carly Judice. I've got our opponent Gabriela Fernandez to win by a decision there, and it's to be honest, I'm not 100% sure why they've made this fight. Because Carly Judice has only had 4 fights in her whole career. She's 3-1. Yes, one of those is on the Contender Series, but Gabriela Fernandez, not awfully experienced herself. Only sort of 11 fights into her careers, but still 8-3, which by comparison is that's almost about what's that? 3 times as many fights already. She's come up from the LFA as well, which I've already raved about earlier in this video, and her UFC career has not got to a great start. Lost her first 2 UFC fights, but if anything, I suppose that would really sort of make her more determined, I suppose, because she's got an opponent who she should be beating. If she loses this one, her position in the UFC could be in danger. That should light a fire, I'd have thought. So I'm going to be honest, Carly Judice has probably got the least chance out of all of them, really. But all will be revealed tomorrow night. Anyway, that completes the third round draw. So let's just go over the who's been drawn with who. We've got A with Timmy Kawamba, Captain K-Bet with Jose Johnson, C. Collins 44 with Josh Quinlan, Costradamus with Melquizael Costa, Damien Handel 420 with Weston Wilson, Mason Zero with Brady Hiestand, the MMA historian with Shayalan Nayo Danbieke, which I know, again, I've butchered that, so apologies once more to everyone in China. And the MMA historian with Charlie Judice. So that wraps up the third round draw. Yeah, it's sort of a mixed bag there, isn't it? As I'd expect about half of you to go through, half of you to go out, but we'll see. We'll all be revealed tomorrow. But for the meantime, as always, just good luck with your picks. Obviously, good luck for the game as well. If you've got any bets on this card, good luck with those as well. And until next week, so long for now.